Hello and welcome, everybody. Big two this week. No Ion Shaw, so just Kieran Costa, Nate Martin alongside. We will recap the Super Bowl. We will get into a sort of interesting new fun segment from us regarding the 2022 NBA All-Star Weekend Draft. But before that, Nate, our two favorite segments, what do you have?
This day in sports history, it is the birthday of the chairman of the Charlotte Hornets, being Michael Jeffrey Jordan, born February 17th, 1963. Also happens to be the greatest basketball player of all time, won 6 championships with the Bulls, multiple MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year awards, you name it, he's done it.
Sure, we'll give some chairman of some irrelevant team in North Carolina the player this day. But let's move on to player of the week, and we're giving it to two players from the Super Bowl winning Los Angeles Rams, one on the offensive side of the ball. That's Kupp 10, 8 receptions for 92 and 2 scores. Had a carry for 7 yards and a crucial first down to keep the drive alive late in the fourth. And a 39.6 QBR from the man. 0 for 1. No completions, no picks. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I don't even need to say his stats because Aaron Donald shows up on every play of the game, stat sheet or no stat sheet, because he was drawing a triple team from the first snap of the game. Like, it's just impossible to guard him. It's just impossible. He had 4 total tackles, 3 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 TFLs, including a clutch sack and a clutch tackle on Samaje Perine late in the fourth quarter when the Bengals are trying to drive for the win. So those two players, congratulations on the Super Bowl. And congratulations probably means more to win Big 3 Player of the Week than some dumb piece of silver. No one really cares about that. But
I'd also just want to say,
Donald, and before we really get into this game, I have a question for you, Nate.
Yeah.
Is he going to retire?
No. No shot.
This would be
he wants to run it back. He wants to run it back.
I think Aaron Donald is the best player in the NFL right now. And
yes,
I don't know
clearly.
if this would be shocking if the best player retired. This is going out on top. We're literally going out as the best player actively in the league.
No, he's not going to retire. I don't believe that at all. I think he won't retire. I think he won't go, I think he'll be out of the league. If they win another Super Bowl in the next 3 years, they'll probably retire after that. But yeah, he's really impressive. I feel like the only team that the team that does the best job at containing him is the Niners. Might be a little biased, but I think you can agree with that assessment, right?
Containing him for Aaron Donald standards. If you gave his stat line to any other defender, it would be a career game.
And I also just want to say, if this wasn't Super Bowl week, you could very easily make a strong argument for DeMar DeRozan being player of the week. Last 7 games has scored above 35 points, coming in hot to the All-Star week. So congratulations to DeMar DeRozan, who was an incredible signing for the Bulls, completely turning that team around. And they are looking at I think they're currently got a home court advantage.
They're currently
first
one,
round.
right?
Either 1 or 2. I think
the East is crazy. They're right now tied for
Miami.
First,
they're tied for first with Miami,
but they're also 4 games away from the play-in. So who knows what's going to happen in the East?
Very fun. We'll get to that.
That'll be interesting to cover later. But let's get into this Super Bowl. This Super Bowl, I'm going to be honest, did not surprise me. It didn't really surprise me at all.
I got what I wanted.
This game,
I wanted the Bengals win, but if from a neutral standpoint,
I wanted Staff to win it. But
so you really got what you wanted.
I really got what I wanted.
Yeah. I think
the Rams win this game by multiple touchdowns if OBJ stays healthy.
Yes, you can make a good argument for that. They were having a hard time defending him. He was getting open a lot against guys like Hilton and Apple. I think that makes that
the offense with OBJ was prolific. They just couldn't stop it. He played none of this game. He had 52 yards and a touchdown in a quarter.
Yeah. He was playing great. That was fun to watch. Happy for him. Bummer
And-
that he tore his ACL, but I mean, he should be good to go by next season, assuming that recovery goes. It's a good recovery, so that's good news.
And so if he stays healthy, I think they blow it out. But even when he goes down, the game was going to be won and lost in the trenches, and it was. But by the fourth quarter, Joe Burrow had no time to throw the football, not just on that last drive. Donald was in his face, Miller was in his face every single play.
Yeah,
They just got tired. Aaron Donald has stamina, just kept on going through.
they did a great job in the first half. All credit to the Bengals offense for containing that very strong defensive
very
front.
poor, very banged up offensive line for the Bengals.
Second half exhaustion, stamina starting to hit, and they just couldn't get it done, which is unfortunate. That's really what to me lost them this game. Triple teaming Donald was now basically ineffective, and there's not much more you can do than triple team one dude on a defensive line.
I have now some negatives for the Rams. Sean McVay was poor. Sean McVay.
I expected that. Completely. I think Sean McVay,
he's not a big game coach.
He's not a big game coach at all. And I think you can make that the three former Washington assistants, Shanahan, McVay, LaFleur, none of them are big game coaches. They're all geniuses offensively. They all know their stuff very well, but they aren't big game coaches like Belichick or Carroll. I think they are not on that level yet. And I think with more experience that could potentially be reached. But I just think they let their
what more experience
they
you
let
want?
their egos.
You've been in the playoff every year. Sean McVay's been in the playoffs every year.
Need to learn
and already coached in the Super Bowl.
They need to learn that they can't let their egos get ahead of them in the play calling. You can't play call off your heart. You got to use your brain. And like some of those instances, that just felt like,
I
not
think
only
it's maybe
McVay,
the other way around. I think he was over coaching with his brain. Like he came in with a game plan to establish the run and then just never went away from it. And he did it in the Niners game too. Cam Akers was running for nothing over and over and over and over and over again up until the fourth quarter. At some point, but just throw it to Cooper Kupp. They cannot stop him. Stop trying to run it down the middle with Cam Akers for 1.5 yards every time.
Yeah. I think
which I think can be categorized as too much heart or too much head, depending on how you look at as just complete.
It was a poor coach game from both sides. It wasn't a great game on both sides coaching wise. I thought
I think Raheem Morris coached a great game.
Oh, Morris coached a great game, and I think he'll be a head coach in the league next year.
And I don't understand how he's not, and Kevin O'Connell is.
I think the reason's pretty obvious. But
I think the reason's pretty obvious.
I think that he coached a great game. And I think Zach Taylor made some mistakes in that game. I mean, I don't mind them going for it on fourth down early in the first quarter. The analytics support that decision, but sometimes you just don't have the right personnel out there. I think he acknowledged this in a press conference recently. He said, "Hey, sometimes when Pirine was out there, I maybe should have had Mixon in.
Yeah,
sometimes when Mixon was in, maybe Pirine.
Fourth and one to save your season.
If you're on a 4th and 1, was A'Shawn Robinson on the field for that 4th and 1?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so it makes sense that you have Pirine in that situation, because if you have Mixon in, it's safe to assume that you're going to run it. But in general, I think if
Mixon was running so well, 15 for 72. It felt a little longer than that.
When you're playing against the Rams, I think it's just common sense to say if A'Shawn Robinson isn't on the field, you run the ball, because he's their run stopper. One of the main reasons why the Rams were able to get here by beating the Niners was that they were able to stop the run, mainly because of Robinson. And that's what they did. They did a great job of that in the Super Bowl. Besides, 15 for 72 it's decent yards per carry, but it's not big numbers that we've seen the Rams defense give
But
up
it
before.
like I feel like in the moment it felt like I would have guessed he was running the ball much better than that.
Yeah,
From what I remember from that game, it felt like
I think he had a
it
couple
felt
of
like he was
big
like
carries.
consistently setting them up in second and short.
No, I felt like I feel like he had a couple of big carries, but everything else is just kind of doo-doo. Although maybe I might be thinking of the Rams.
The Rams, poor from McVay, not great from Taylor, but unsurprising. Game was won and lost in the trenches, and I think Rams blow this out if OBJ stays healthy. That first quarter version of the Rams offense was something else.
I wouldn't say it was something else, but like they looked good. They looked pretty good. I think when the Bengals were really going as well, they looked really good. Like both teams were firing at all cylinders at one point, and the game just ended with the Rams having momentum and playing better than them in the fourth quarter. That's really what it was. Both teams played a good 3 quarters, or pretty even 3 quarters. But then fourth quarter, the Rams just ran away.
And late in the Big East award season, 2 Bengals making a run for Clown of the Year, both Eli Apple and Vernon Hargraves.
It's
really
a competitive category this year. It's a very competitive category.
Vernon Hargraves, not on the active roster, picked up a 15-yard penalty.
I think that's not a crazy big deal, but I think Eli Apple is very clear. I loved, all the players that went up against him in the playoffs, just clowning on him. Like
if Eli Apple had
Hardman
just quietly been like a mediocre corner, I don't think anyone would care.
But he's just loud.
But he's just chatting on Twitter, that. I think any other thoughts on the Super Bowl? I have none.
I mean, I think just in general, it was
Good,
just a very good Super Bowl. Good bowl. One of the better ones in recent memory, just all around. I had a great time at my Super Bowl party. I'm assuming you had a good time at yours as well. Great halftime show. Good food. LA, perfect city for the Super Bowl. All the stars in attendance. You gotta love it as a football fan, or maybe not. I bet that's a discussion for a different time. Let's get into the big sporting event this weekend, which is NBA All-Star Weekend. Usually one of the more fun sports All-Star weekends. So we'll get into that. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a little bit of a draft here. We're going to be drafting our All-Star starters and reserves. I'm LeBron. Kieran's KD. Makes sense. So let's.
Would you like first one or second two?
I say we flip a coin.
To choose or to get the first?
To choose
first
who
one,
gets.
Second two, or?
Well, didn't the way they do in the draft was you get one, it was a snake. So if you win the draft, you get to pick if you want to pick starters first or reserves first. Yeah. So, coin toss.
Give me tails.
Okay. Heads. I'll take the first pick.
That's unsurprising.
And then you can take the reserve first pick and then the wraparound. I'm taking LeBron James as my leader and main dude. I think that's just pretty obvious.
I think that's probably the wrong choice. I'm going to take the MVP front runner, Giannis, unstoppable machine.
Antetokounmpo.
Well done.
Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then you get the wraparound.
I do. I will take Steph.
Chef. Curry joining up with Giannis. I think I'll be taking Joel Embiid, building up my presence down low. He is also one of the front runners for MVP. And then my other pick, I like the sound of getting DeMar DeRozan at the wing. Get some good defense, get some good mid-range shooting. I like that with my current roster.
Give me the young gun, the rook. Give me Ja. All-star rookie. That's what I meant.
I was kind of hoping to get him on the wraparound, but unlikely. And then who will you be your other pick here?
I'm assuming we're being serious, yeah? Like you're not
Yeah.
gonna run a 2 center set out of both centers.
I mean, I could if I wanted to, but that'd just be a very beefy lineup.
I'll take Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Wiggins, Trae Young, Nikola Jokic.
I think one of my picks has to be Trae Young. Get him to run my point. DeMar at the 2, LeBron at the 3. And I do love Wiggins, but I think I already got a guy like him on the team with DeMar. So
Damn it! I was assuming you
big.
leave me the second center.
I'll go
This
big
is-
and take Jokic.
This is some take Wiggins. I'll play you 4-on-6. I don't want that bum. I don't want that bum.
Kieran will be starting us off with the all-star, with the reserve first
Let me
pick.
go up. Oh, Luca.
Yeah. Easy pick for you.
Easy pick for me.
I would not have picked Luca first personally. I would
That
be
man is
going
nice.
with Devin Booker. He's been phenomenal for the #1 seed Suns, who have clinched the play-in spot today. Congratulations to Phoenix. And then I will be going with. Do I be an asshole? No, that doesn't make sense for me.
There's no chance you take my favorite player in the league.
I was
There's no
thinking about
shot
it.
you stack a
I
3
was
center set
thinking
in the
about it.
All-Star game.
It'd be pretty funny. I'll take. I probably should get a point guard here. Oh, but I also like the sound of getting. I'll take DeJounte Murray. I like the sound of that.
So I get 2.
Yeah.
Give me Cat and Zach LaVine.
Your favorite player, and then athletic freak in LaVine. I'll go with. I mean, defense doesn't really do good in the All-Star game. Doesn't really matter, does it? But I don't want to get another guy like that. I'm gonna take. And what the hell? I'll take Donovan Mitchell, and I'll take LaMelo.
God, those are my 2. God damn it. I'll take Jimmy.
Yeah, good pick. I like that.
And now, I still need size. No, I'll take Garland.
Darius
hometown
Garland.
kid. Give me the hometown
Yeah, no, I like
kid.
that. I like that. Well, if you're taking one of the hometown kids, I'll take the other one. I'll go Jared Allen. And I will take. Who's still available? Got Chris Middleton. I like the sound of that. It's Middleton.
Paul Van Vliet,
Paul
Rudy.
Van Vliet, and Rudy. Yeah, I'll take Middleton.
Give me Rudy and Fred.
Oh, I was hoping to get Chris Paul out of that, so
Needed a
I
center.
appreciate that. Kieran goes with Rudy Gobert, and you said Freddie, right?
Love that guy.
Yeah, no, very likable dude. Chris Paul. I like mine. I like what I got.
Wiggins is not playing a minute of this game. I'm playing 4 starters.
No, what if you play as the 5th starter?
I will. Okay, I'm not as good as Andrew Wiggins. No one's trying to claim that. But we're not playing Andrew Wiggins in this game.
If you had to replace like one player in your starting lineup with yourself, who would it be?
Bam. Oh, never mind. That was not the question. I want Bam Adebayo in for Wiggins. Cat starts at the 5.
No, I'm saying, which player would you like step in for?
Oh, Wiggins. Wiggins is a bum.
Yeah, I don't know.
I run the 1. Shaw runs the 2. Curry runs the 3. Tatum runs the 4. Giannis runs the 5.
Yeah, I'd probably replace. I mean, I'm taller than Trae Young, so like, but I don't want to replace DeMar.
Giannis is gonna eat, yeah.
I'm
and so is
probably a better
Tatum.
I'm probably a better defender than Trae Young.
That's definitely not true.
I'm joking about that, but like, I'll replace Trae with myself.
Who's guarding Giannis on this team? Tell me.
No one can guard Giannis.
Okay. No, but if we move down the list, you have a center on Giannis and you probably have a center on Tatum. I guess maybe on Wiggins.
So if I got like, I don't know, who would you say that's the better defender, Embiid or Jokic? Like
Embiid.
Probably Embiid.
I think Embiid's the better player.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Jokic is probably a better shooter, but I'll take Embiid as a defender for sure.
Yeah. So if I got Embiid on Giannis, I still don't feel great about that. And then Jokic on Tatum.
Okay,
like,
well, let's just go here. Matchup, pick first pick. Giannis is better than LeBron. On pure skill.
Right now. Skill, yeah. Right now I'm taking Joel Embiid over Steph Curry.
Probably.
Right now I'm taking DeMar DeRozan over Ja Morant.
But also, it doesn't matter, and it's a 3-point shooting game anyway.
Yeah. Fair.
So it's pretty much just Steph Curry versus Trae Young. Giannis will dunk it a few times.
But I think I think I have better bench shooters than you.
Pure shooters, yeah, because Van Vliet's probably the best shooter. Mitchell, right? Pure 3-point shooter on this list. Bench.
I mean, Steph Curry, yeah.
No bench.
Middleton's pretty decent. Booker's
Zach LaVine's shooting it well from deep.
Yeah, he's been playing great. Glad to see that he's
shooting it
there.
Pretty well from deep.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't love Chris Paul on this team. I just don't like Chris Paul in general, but I don't know. Who would if I had to replace one player, someone who else was snubbed from this?
Bam.
Okay, besides Bam. Ant?
Debatably Ant.
Okay.
There's a list.
A lot of the stars we did.
We did a few podcasts ago when it first came out. All-star snubs. Let's see.
a lot of the stars are injured right now, which I think it's a good thing. Excuse me. For players like Jared Allen, Garland. I don't like Sabonis.
SGA.
I'd take Shea over CP3 on my team.
ESPN had a list of the biggest snubs. Tim Bontemps said Drew Holiday. Poor take. Most of the McCall Bridges has been very good.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says
Anthony Simmons has been playing great for the Blazers. Just completely unprovoked.
Who? Anthony Simons?
Well, he was the guy who moved into the starting lineup, right?
Yeah. When Dame got hurt, Anthony Simons is the beast.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that right? Yeah, Dame's out for the season now, right?
McCollum is gone too. Is that just the end of an era? I don't.
Dude, no, I don't believe Dame will leave. I think he wants to stay.
Dame can be as stubborn as he wants. He's just not getting a ring, and he's just going to drift off into mediocrity.
Yeah, I think
If they
Damian
sign Dame, they
Lillard-
have no cap space.
Yeah, if Damian
Ever.
Lillard wins a ring, is he a Hall of Famer?
Like a Stafford ring or a ring in for the Blazers.
A Stafford ring.
Yeah. Is Stafford a Hall of Famer?
No,
No.
this is actually a good thing to say. I don't think Stafford's a Hall of Famer. I think, he's only made, what is it, 1 or 2 Pro Bowls? Not great.
Not
He's
a
only
real
won
stat.
he's won one Super Bowl, which is, pretty decent. That's nice. But
I feel like
I think the main selling point to me about Matt Stafford is that he threw 2 of the greatest receiving seasons. He was the quarterback for 2 of the greatest receiving seasons in league history. But then again, it's receiving, not throwing.
the Suns are 18-1 in their last 19.
Okay, yeah. What else does there need to be said? I mean, they're a damn good basketball team.
They're a damn good basketball team. Also, like LeBron James and Giannis should just win co-player of the week every week, I've decided.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous how good they are at basketball.
I think you could make an argument for DeMar as well for the last week.
Yeah, he should have won it this week, but Giannis should just win it every week.
Yeah.
I watched 10 minutes of a random fourth quarter because I had a dumb parlay on it. It's just he just takes over games effortlessly.
Yeah.
Like prime LeBron. And somehow still LeBron.
I mean, just right now, All-Star break, curious. NBA championship prediction.
Suns win the West. The East is so up in the air.
The East is going to be fun, dude. The East is going to be so fun this year. I'm so excited.
Like the Bucks again?
But the East just feels like the same thing from this feels just like a similar thing to last year to me.
No, Bucks ran away with it a tiny bit at the end, right? Or felt like the best team the way the Nets were.
Yeah. But
Ben Simmons Nets
so much.
The 76ers.
We haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen
those.
And I don't think we'll see Ben Simmons Nets for a while. I think he's got to adjust to playing basketball again. James Harden Sixers. That's going to be the interesting thing because on paper, that team should be able to go deep, but it's also 2 very infamous playoff chokers in Embiid and Harden. And you got, Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, he hasn't been a great coach since he was a Celtic with the Celtics. I think, I think they gave away one of their most crucial players in what would have been in a playoff run in Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry is designed for a deep playoff run. I think he's going to win Brooklyn Nets games in June. I think he's going to do very well in Brooklyn.
I agree.
I think
I like this Brooklyn. For Harden. It's a defensive-minded team around him with Matisse Thybulle,
Maxey. Yeah. No, I agree with that. And Tobias Harris is a good third option for them. He does what is asked of him consistently. I like the Sixers, but I don't love them. I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks a lot. I'm
going to say Bucks Suns again.
I think the Heat could be one to look out for.
I really want them to be, but I think they have Eastern Conference exit written all over them.
Really?
Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, making it to the finals is still damn good.
I don't know if they have the longevity and the depth.
Yeah, I think that's my concern with the Heat is the depth, but they're starting five.
They need a
so
Tyler
hard now.
Hero-esque playoffs from someone or him again, maybe.
Yeah, a guy like Duncan Robinson, people like that need to step up for the Heat in order for them to win. But like you could say that for any team in the league,
No,
and it's just a matter about who.
the
does it.
Bucks don't need someone to have some bench player to have a crazy run. They just need Giannis to play like himself, Chris Middleton to be fine. But Bulls, they just need their stars to be fine.
So what you're kind of saying is that like, oh, yeah, I guess.
I don't know if
Yeah, what do you?
Lowry can hold up in a series against Holiday, Middleton, Giannis.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like, Jimmy Butler has put teams on the team on his back before, and he could easily do it again.
Bam is so good,
and Bam's great. I one of our favorite players on the show.
Bam would guard Giannis, or
I think Jimmy Young Middleton would be a great matchup. That would be friggin' so fun.
Clamps.
Both
Jimmy
sides.
Clampson.
Middleton's a great defender. I think Middleton can get a decent job on Jimmy.
I think Jimmy clamps him and Middleton clamps him.
Yeah.
Very defensive-minded matchup at the 3.
Yeah, no, and it's never a bad thing to see.
Drew Holiday absolutely shuts down Kyle Lowry.
Oh, for sure. But it's also Drew Holiday. So like he can either like drop like 10 or he can give you 30.
He'll be good defensively. Giannis will drop 50 a game. Done.
Yeah.
Bucks in 4.
Bulls. What are your thoughts on this Bulls team in the playoffs?
Inexperienced a bit.
DeMar's
never been there. Caruso. I guess Caruso and DeMar have been there. Ish.
I think LaVine. I don't think LaVine's a guy to choke in the playoffs.
Has DeMar been there? No.
Yeah, with the Raptors.
DeMar was a perennial first round exit with the Raptors.
No, the Raptors made it to the semifinals. I think they went into the conference finals once. I think.
Help.
I hope he.
One of those stars go down there. Done.
Yeah, obviously. But that's the case with a lot of teams in both the East and the West. I think the West.
Sixers will finish low, play well, but play very well for their seeding.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Celtics will finish high and play poorly for their seeding.
Yeah. I think let's go a little bit to the West here. I think,
Oh, but it's easy. Timberwolves make the play-in, beat the Warriors in 7, then beat the Suns in 7. Lights.
No shot. I think the Warriors are so interesting. I think, they before the new year, they were the best basketball team on the planet.
Before Clay came back, they were so good.
And I think Clay coming back has like helped them in some ways, but it's also hurt them a lot. They just haven't
been like a distraction, maybe.
Yeah,
I think that's a real thing in the NBA, which I don't fully believe it is.
I think All-Star break is going to be good for them, having to like regain the composure and stuff. I think if Jonathan Kuminga keeps on progressing like the way he does, we could see like a Tyler Hero type thing from him in the playoffs where he just steps up in games where they need him to step up. I think, if you're looking for like a starting 5 in the last couple minutes in the last 2 minutes, Kuminga is probably that 5th dude with Steph, Clay, Wiggins, and Draymond.
Probably.
Wiggins
will not score over 12 in a playoff game this year. It's February 7th.
I'm willing to bet you a good $50 on that.
I'm not going to bet that because they'll have so many playoff games they'll get one at some point. Because I think they probably make conference finals. I don't know if they can beat the Suns. I just don't.
I feel like the Warriors played very well against the Suns on Christmas Day. They looked really good.
Different team though. Different.
It is a different team. It is a different team, and the Suns have like just been out of their minds ever since the new year. I think I'd say Suns I like the sound of Suns. I don't want to say the Bucks,
Give me Suns Bucks to end the pod. Your
but
turn.
it probably could be Suns Bucks. I think, it just makes too much sense not to be. They're both playing, they're both designed to go in deep playoff runs. They're both designed to win finals, these teams, and will they get it done?
We'll find
We'll
out.
see when the time comes around. Thank you so much for watching today's show. Kieran Costa, I'm Nate Martin. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all next week.